Hi, my name is John Astle, and I was the first student ever in the eruption zone. The eruption zone was started when I was a freshman. The very first game was my very first game. Of course, I was excited about Kentucky basketball starting up, and with the risers, I wanted to come check it out and see what it was like. So I got to the game a couple hours early and ended up being first in line and the first in the eruption zone. And then, of course, once I got down there, I loved it. It was really cool for my parents at home because being 9–10 hours away from home, I didn't get to see my parents a lot. And so, but my parents knew they could always tune in on Saturdays and on Tuesday nights and see me on the front row of the eruption zone. And it made my mom and dad feel good since I was so far away. There's been a lot of memories. I remember when Ashley Judd came down and sat with us for the first time. She was right there next to us, and I got a picture with her. I loved being right there to hear Tubby stomp, when he would stomp at the players, and he'd be right there. I mean, it really, truly is the sixth man. They always introduced us from the beginning as being the sixth man for the Cats during the warm-ups, but now I think the eruption zone has more of a powerful presence.
And the sixth man for the Wildcats, the eruption zone.
And they've got the big rolling out banner things that they roll out. I love it. I love how the eruption zone has grown from where it was when I first got there. It was just kind of a place for us to stand and cheer, to now it's got kind of developed its own personality. You're going to be the closest to the team. You're going to be closest right there on the floor. You're going to be all over the Jumbotron. You're going to be all over TV. You're going to be the loudest of the loud. You're going to actually be a part of the group cheering in the Cats. There's been so many memorable conclusions to UK games ever since then that the students in the eruption zone have gotten a front row seat to and been able to cheer us on whenever we needed that extra boost. I think when I look back on my time here, I'm going to always be able to say, hey, that guy right there, I was stood right there. I was the very first student to do that. And it's not a huge thing, but it's a memorable thing for me, and it is. I'm part of the UK basketball in a small way. My time at UK has been awesome. It prepared me for everything. I don't ever look back at classes from high school or even from law school as much as I think back at some of the memorable professors and friends and experiences that I had here at UK. My degree at UK, I'm so proud of it. Like I very proudly tell people I'm from UK, and I think that a degree here from UK can help you get anywhere in the whole world. My name's John Astle, and you'll look good in blue.
Hi, I'm Steve Foltz. I'm the Director of Horticulture at the Cincinnati Zoo and Botanical Garden. I'm a graduate from the University of Kentucky in ornamental horticulture. We have 1.3 million people coming through the doors, so to create a landscape that's enjoyable to that many people is just phenomenal. Basically, we are a botanical garden as well as a zoo, and it's my job to really create a feel and a look that's unlike Cincinnati. Create habitats for tropical Asian animals or African giraffe. It's so hard to get plants, the right plants to grow in exhibits and to try to give them shade and trying to put shade in a giraffe exhibit when they can reach 20–25 feet. So it is challenging. We have to make sure there's nothing toxic in the exhibits and we're using the right types of plants. Overall, I'd say it's just a unique experience for any horticulturist. I did 2 internships when I was at the University of Kentucky at the Cincinnati Zoo and Botanical Garden, and that's when I really realized that this was more than just a zoo. And then when I was hired on, I was assistant director, and I just basically worked my way up, and obviously that came from my training at University of Kentucky. I had the best group of professors in any college ever. I mean, they were just so welcoming and warm and so knowledgeable. I mean, they were and still are the best in their fields. To learn from the best, that was the best experience I had. And it just really is amazing that after over 25 years, I still keep in touch with almost all my professors. I really felt that sense of family when I started, and 25 years later, it's still the same. I truly believe the education that I received at UK is, again, so well-rounded. There's such great professors and such great camaraderie with the students. It's just really a great place to be. I'm Steve Foltz, and you'll look good in blue.
My name is Megan Powell. I'm a 2006 University of Kentucky grad. I'm an associate producer for ESPN. That means that in the middle of a broadcast, I am in charge of anything that a viewer would read on the screen. So we have to think about anything that could possibly happen on the field and be able to be ready to react to that. So before the game is a lot of proactive work, and then in-game is reacting exactly to what's happening on the field. We're following the game, we're following the storylines that happen in the game, and there, of course there's pressure. There's pressure in any job, but our viewers are very knowledgeable about the SEC. They're very knowledgeable about their teams, and so we have to be even more knowledgeable than they are, so that when you're watching a broadcast, we're teaching them about it, we're giving them the stories. Being a part of the SEC network is incredibly exciting. There have been rumors for years that an SEC network was going to start, and to be asked to be a part of that team in a major role, that to me was an honor and a highlight of my career. Coming home to Kentucky is always a really exciting time. I still have family here. It's always a joy to come back to my alma mater. For work I have to set those feelings aside and very much concentrate on the game and what the stories are. Everybody in this business, they all have an alma mater somewhere, and when we walk into work, you no longer have that alma mater. You have to be very objective in those scenarios, and then in a social scene, you can go back to being a fan, but my time at Kentucky was very valuable to me. I learned a lot. Time management, organization, not just what I learned in the classroom, but being involved in outside the classroom activities, doing internships that were available to me through the university. That was incredibly helpful to me. I'm very lucky in that every weekend I'm at a different football stadium or baseball stadium or softball stadium or volleyball or soccer, whatever, basketball, whatever sport it may be. I am a part of a team that's here to tell our viewers at home who can't come to the game what's happening, and then I'm earning a living doing something that so many people see as fun. Like, it's not going to work for me. It's very enjoyable, and that is incredibly satisfying. I'm Megan Powell, and this is my Sea Blue story.
Ladies and gentlemen, The academic processional of the December 2014 graduate and professional commencement ceremony at the University of Kentucky is about to begin. The processional is led by the University Marshal, Dr. Kimberly W. Anderson, UK faculty marshals, and representatives from the faculty, followed by the degree candidates. Will the audience please rise for the entrance of the platform party and remain standing until the conclusion of the national anthem.
What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the entrance of the platform party. Thank you. The audience may be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, the 12th president of the University of Kentucky, Dr. Eli I. Capilouto.
Thank you. Good afternoon and welcome to the University of Kentucky's 2014 Graduate and Professional Degree Commencement Ceremony. There are two groups of special guests here on the platform today. First, several members of the university's Board of Trustees are on the platform, including Dr. C.B. Aikens, Sr., Chair of the University Athletics Committee and a member of the Executive Committee of the UK Board of Trustees. I ask that all the board members stand and be recognized. In addition to the persons who will be introduced later as they participate in today's commencement activities, There are several administrators and academic officials also on the platform. I ask that they stand and be recognized. I would also like to note that during today's ceremonies, you may notice that some of our graduates and even some of our faculty are wearing red, white, and blue honor cords. These cords recognize in a very special segment of the Wildcat family. They symbolize military service to our country, and the University of Kentucky is extremely proud to honor them. I ask these individuals to stand so that we may recognize them. Halfway around the world, amid despair, confusion, and distrust, in the capital of Liberia, Monrovia, the place is reeling under the crushing weight of an Ebola epidemic. Many cannot find a glimmer of hope in such desperate circumstance. Some are simply paralyzed by fear. Others stand by in a fog of indifference. But there are those who refuse to yield to apathy, those who are sparking fires of hope amid dark dungeons of disease and desolation. And one of those people is ours. Dr. Mosaka Fala, a native of Liberia, organizes a volunteer-based team of contract tracers to track the outbreak. It's a method adapted from a time when his country was torn apart by civil war. An immunology and microbiology graduate of the University of Kentucky, Dr. Fala refuses to remain indifferent as a seemingly unstoppable Ebola virus ravages his country. His team navigates a narrow web of streets and poorly lit alleys in an effort to identify, quarantine, and treat his fellow citizens. He tells you that his work begins by building trust. And for building trust and risking his life to save lives where others fear to go, Time magazine has named Dr. Fala one of its People of the Year. In humbly accepting this recognition, he simply says, I'm struggling like any other person to just find an answer. And he often realizes that the people in his community are the ones with the answers. Sometimes we struggle to find answers. But Dr. Fala's story reminds us to listen. Listen to your community, because within your people, you can find the way to prevail. And for your people, you can move them from indifference to making a difference. 70 years ago, Elie Wiesel was taken from his Romanian home and deported to the Auschwitz concentration camp. Even under the despotic hand of Nazi captors, Elie Wiesel, prisoner A7713, refused to yield. 42 years after being condemned to death, at the time he was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize, he said, "The opposite of love is not hate, it is indifference. The opposite of art is not ugliness, it is indifference. The opposite of faith is not heresy, it is indifference. And the opposite of life is not death, but indifference between life and death. The opposite of life is not death, but indifference between life and death. We live in complex times. You are leaving the University of Kentucky for a world where you will face what at many times seems to be unsurmountable odds. A world where our discourse about a shared future cannot be limited to regional or even national conversations and considerations. Your time demands that you not be indifferent to problems and questions worlds away. Questions that will cause you to reach into your soul, challenge your humanity, and call you to courage. Do not let those times intimidate you. Do not bow to the temptation to turn a blind eye. Do not give in to the insidiousness of indifference. Be undaunted. Be energized by the opportunities that await you. And we know you can succeed. We watched you grow and learn together on our campus. We found that those ideas most inspiring to our hearts and challenging to our minds are birthed in both the hearts and minds of our students. Your hearts and minds, the hearts and minds of the graduates of the University of Kentucky. You were not indifferent. You were not indifferent when you were called to serve those who neighbor our campus, those 70 miles away, or those 7,000 miles away in villages in Ethiopia. One of your classmates was not indifferent as she tirelessly pursued her degree, putting one foot in front of the other while balancing the responsibilities of being a full-time student and a full-time mother. You were not indifferent when reality challenged you to manage 2 jobs while pursuing your dream of a college degree. And you were not indifferent when you expressed the extraordinary courage to intervene and prevent violence or sexual assault committed against your peers. One of your peers, a non-traditional student, was not indifferent on his path to a degree. He overcame a decade-long battle with cancer, received his degree in mechanical engineering, and won an international award for research. You were not indifferent when you said with the cadence of a common voice that all men and women should be treated with dignity. We may not live in a post-racial or colorblind world, but the angels of our better nature call us to hope for harmony rather than discord and hate. And you lived that. You took action, you determined your path. This is part of who you are as individuals. This is who we are as a community. And it is part of what it means to be a graduate of the University of Kentucky. In your steadfast refusal to bow to indifference, you give me and so many others a profound sense of hope. Hope that the questions of our day, of cultural and institutional bias, of energy utilization, of food scarcity, of economic security, of social mobility, of fairness, of preservation, of discovery, of civility and liberty will be approached cordially, constructively, and collectively, and then decisively answered with the understanding that we will go furthest when we go together. No one in this Coliseum is asking you to amass great fortune, seek high political office, or change the world. Rather, your ultimate pursuit should be for the respect of your peers, your family, and your community. We ask that you continue the path you started here, nurtured by faculty and staff who see in you a brighter tomorrow, encouraged by your fellow students who, like you, want to overcome barriers and unlock the doors of potential, and by a university, a commonwealth, and a world that now, more than ever, needs you to lead. We ask that you refuse to be indifferent. It is what you have already demonstrated with a passion during your time at this special place. It is what we need you to commit to as you forge paths forward in the days and years ahead. So on behalf of an admiring university, a faculty and staff who surround you, and the families who have supported and celebrated you, I offer you the heartiest congratulations and best wishes, the class of 2014. Thank you very much. Now the really fun part. We will now present candidates for the master's degrees. Provost Reardon will introduce the deans of the colleges and present the candidates for the master's degrees prior to conferral of degrees.
President Capilouto will present the graduates with their diplomas. Dr. Andrew Hippisley will hand the diplomas to President Capilouto on behalf of the faculty. Dr. Brian Jackson of the UK Graduate School will read the names of the graduates as they cross the stage and receive their diplomas. It is now my pleasure to present the candidates for graduate degrees in the College of Agriculture, Food, and Environment. Dr. Larry Grabeau is the Associate Dean for Instruction in the College of Agriculture, Food, and Environment. Associate Dean Grabeau and I request that the candidates for Master of Science degrees in the College of Agriculture, Food, and Environment please come to the platform to receive your diploma.
Bailey Regina Adams, Hospitality and Dietetics Administration. Nikes Sheila Sagbo, Agricultural Economics. Amanda Marie Eggert, Animal and Food Sciences. Amanda Patton Roberts. Laura Ann Frakes Mitchell, Plant and Soil Sciences. Mitchell D. Richmond, Crop Science. Leah Catherine Vance, Community and Leadership Development. John Christopher Hill, Community and Leadership Development. Tyler Monroe Sanderson, Forestry. Russell Andrew Cunningham, Forestry. Aniket Sengupta, Merchandising, Apparel and Textiles.
Dr. Betty Lorch is the Associate Dean for Research and Graduate Studies in the College of Arts and Sciences. Associate Dean Lorch and I request that the candidates for Master of Arts and the Master of Science degrees in the College of Arts and Sciences please come to the platform to receive your diploma.
Nicholas Carl Bentham. Nicholas Van Dyke, Experimental Psychology. Corey Austin Burkett, Geological Sciences. Antonio M. Lasavio, Teaching English as a Second Language. Roshan Niku, teaching English as a second language. Karen Papp, teaching English as a second language. Rosanna Joy Wilhite, teaching English as a second language.
Dr. David Blackwell is the Dean of the Carroll Martin Gatton College of Business and Economics. Dean Blackwell and I request that the candidates for Master of Science in Economics degree in the Gatton College of Business and Economics please come to the platform to receive your diploma.
Jeffrey Sean Grover, Jr., Economics. Longhao Tan, Accounting.
Dr. Bobby Ivanov is the Associate Dean for Graduate Studies in the College of Communication and Information. Associate Dean Ivanov and I request that the candidates for Master of Arts and Master of Science degrees in the College of Communication and Information please come to the platform to receive your diploma.
Sharia Catherine Franklin, Library Science. Jasmine Renee Lewis, Library Science. Jessica Lynn Petrie, Library Science. Deborah Barker Stacy, Library Science. Robert Harrison Theakston, Library Science. Savannah Jo Warren, Library Science. Meredith Annette Garrison, Communication.
Dr. Rob Shapiro is Senior Associate Dean for Research Analytics and Graduate Student Success in the College of Education. Senior Associate Dean Shapiro and I request that the candidates for Master of Arts and Master of Science degrees in the College of Education please come to the platform to receive your diploma.
Alexandra Ray Sisurci, Higher Education. Stacy White Griswold, Rehabilitation Counseling. Loretta Vyers Skaggs, Rehabilitation Counseling. Chastity Elaine Shanklin, Rehabilitation Counseling. Rachel Louise Lindell, Art Education. Melanie Ann Baggerman, Special Education. Shelley L. Warburton, Kinesiology and Health Promotion. Lawana Nicole Smith, Rehabilitation Counseling. Danielle Ann Hyder, Rehabilitation Counseling. Michael Todd Hancock, Rehabilitation Counseling. Tennis J. Johnson, Rehabilitation Counseling. Rachel J. Perry, Rehabilitation Counseling. Terrell Clark, Distance Education. Duke Pettit II, Rehabilitation Counseling. Alexa Mikhail Galeo, Rehabilitation Counseling. Corey Fisher, Rehabilitation Counseling.
Dr. John Waltz is the Dean of the College of Engineering. Dean Waltz and I request that the candidates for Master of Science degrees in the College of Engineering please come to the platform to receive your diploma.
Jeremiah Scott Fugate, Mechanical Engineering. Justin Dwight English, Mechanical Engineering. Daniel Thomas Sparks, Mechanical Engineering. Bobby Donald Carey, Jr., Biosystems and Agricultural Engineering. Qingbo Tang, Electrical Engineering. Zainab Al-Bujassim, Computer Science. Majid Mahamadobi, Mining Engineering. Syed Hassan Amini, Mining Engineering. Jin Shang, Electrical Engineering.
Dr. Michael Tick, the Dean of the College of Fine Arts, and I would like to recognize the candidates for Master of Fine Arts degree in the College of Fine Arts. Please come to the platform to receive your diploma.
Courtney Leanne Anick, Art History. Ashley Ray Chilton, Art History. Matthew Kenneth Sparks, Music Education.
Dr. Susan Carvalho is the Interim Dean of the Graduate School. Interim Dean Carvalho and I request that the candidates for master degrees in the Martin School of Public Policy and Administration and the Patterson School of Diplomacy and International Commerce please come to the platform to receive your diploma.
Robert Ridley, Public Policy. Mergul Kalberkovna Karamova, Diplomacy and International Commerce.
Dr. Rebecca Dutch is the Associate Dean for Biomedical Education in the College of Medicine. Associate Dean Dutch and I request that the candidates for Master of Science degree in the College of Medicine please come to the platform to receive your diploma.
Mariam Bugala, Nutritional Sciences. Reem Othman Basakar, Nutritional Sciences. Maram Khalid Alawesh, Nutritional Sciences. Marissa May Crothup, Nutritional Sciences. Corey Joseph Hawes, Nutritional Sciences. John Taylor Ross, Medical Sciences. Emily Frances Rubinson, Medical Sciences. Anna Merle Horman, Medical Sciences. Lydia Rosamond Duval, Medical Sciences. Ribu Goyal, Medical Sciences.
Dr. Wayne Sanderson is the Interim Dean of the College of Public Health. Interim Dean Sanderson and I request that the candidates for Master of Science degrees in the College of Public Health please come to the platform to receive your diploma.
Dr. Eric Charles Mall, Public Health. Mark Donald Chandler, Public Health. Olivia D. Whitman, Public Health. Brittany E. Lucas, Public Health. Miriam Eop Nguse, Public Health.
We will now present the candidates for professional doctoral degrees from Public Health. President Capilouto will present the professional doctoral candidates with their diplomas. As the student's name and the name of their faculty advisor is read, the student will be hooded and then receive his or her diploma. I would also like to recognize the faculty that will be hooding the candidates for doctoral degrees. These faculty and their students represent a special mentoring relationship that is a crucial component of graduate education. As we honor these graduating students today, we also honor the faculty who have supported them in their journey.
Latonya Peters Morton, Doctor of Public Health, hooded by Dr. James Holsinger. Cara Ann Juliana Cecil, Doctor of Public Health, hooded by Dr. James Holsinger. Ashley Lynn Comerford, Doctor of Public Health, hooded by Dr. Laurie Chestnut. Abdul Baset Kamour, Doctor of Public Health, hooded by Dr. Manino.
We will now present the candidates for Doctor of Philosophy, Doctor of Education, and Doctor of Musical Arts. Associate Dean Larry Grabeau and I would like to recognize the candidates for Doctor of Philosophy degrees in the College of Agriculture, Food, and Environment.
Jennifer R. Gordon, PhD in Entomology, hooded by Dr. Kenneth F. Haynes. Jinshi Kuo, hooded by Dr. David H. McNear. Mohammed Sifyan Ahmadine, Agricultural Economics, hooded by Dr. John K. Siefer.
Associate Dean Betty Lorch and I would like to recognize the candidates for Doctor of Philosophy in the College of Arts and Sciences.
James Andrew Savage, History, hooded by Dr. Tracy Campbell. Nicola Ann Tarrant Hoskins, English, hooded by Dr. Ellen Rosenman. Jason Andrew Collette, Biology, hooded by Dr. Jeffrey L. Osborne. Kamal Hasuna Butruna, Physics, hooded by Dr. Jeffrey L. Osborne. Jesslyn R. Collins Froelich, English, hooded by Dr. Roxanne Mountford. Priyanka Ghosh, Geography. Lisa Marie Conley, Sociology, hooded by Dr. Shauna Scott. Joshua Seth Lee, English, hooded by Dr. Matthew Giancarlo. Rahul Butala, Chemistry, hooded by Dr. John Sleeg. Cynthia Shang, Sociology, hooded by Dr. Jim Hogan.
Dean Blackwell and I would like to recognize the candidate for Doctor of Philosophy degree in the Canton College of Business and Economics.
Zachary Robert Edens, Business Administration, hooded by Dr. Walter Farrier.
Dr. Bobby Ivanov and I would like to recognize the candidate for Doctor of Philosophy degree in the College of Communication and Information.
Lisanne Frances Monique Grant, Communication, hooded by Dr. Donald Helm.
Senior Associate Dean Rob Shapiro and I would like to recognize the candidates for Doctor in Education and Doctor of Philosophy in the College of Education.
Leslie Nicole Waldenberg, Studies in Higher Education, hooded by Dr. Jane Jensen. Paul Michael Stevens, Studies in Higher Education, hooded by Dr. Kelly Bradley. Brent Allen Eldridge, Studies in Higher Education, hooded by Dr. Bradley. Jacqueline Diana Norberg, Exercise Science, hooded by Dr. Robert Shapiro. Michael James McClellan, Education and Counseling Psychology, hooded by Dr. Pam Reamer. Ashley Beals Arkwright, Education Sciences, hooded by Dr. Rebecca McNall Kroll. Mark David Butler, hooded by Dr. Margaret E. Bausch.
Dean John Walls and I would like to recognize the candidates for Doctor of Philosophy degree in the College of Engineering.
Megan Pagano Phillips, Biomedical Engineering, studied by Dr. Robert Shapiro and Babak Bazakari. Paul Daniel Fisher, Biomedical Engineering, hooded by Dr. David Palayo. Matthew E. Brown, Biomedical Engineering, hooded by Dr. Palayo. Jared Terrell Fulcher, Mechanical Engineering, hooded by Dr. Suzanne Weaver-Smith. Martin Woon, Mechanical Engineering, hooded by Dr. Alexander Martin. Junshik Choi, Electrical Engineering, hooded by Dean Walls, please. Catherine Johnson, Mining Engineering, hooded by Dr. Braden Lush. Zhishan, Computer Science, hooded by Dr. Sen Shen Chung. Philip Daniel Schwarzentruber, Material Science, hooded by Dr. John Borg.
Dean Michael Tick and I would like to recognize the candidates for Doctor of Musical Arts degree in the College of Fine Arts.
Alicia Ruth Masiliak, Music, hooded by Dr. Ron Penn and Jonathan Glickson. Hugo H.C. Rodriguez, Music, hooded by Dr. Karen Butke.
Interim Dean Susan Carvalho and I would like to recognize the candidates for Doctor of Public Administration degree in the Graduate School.
Suzanne Cammers Martin, hooded by Dr. Suzanne Efkin.
Associate Dean Rebecca Dutch and I would like to recognize the candidates for Doctor of Philosophy degrees in the College of Medicine.
Paulina Renee Davis, Pharmacology, hooded by Dr. Elizabeth Head. Ishita Parikh, Physiology, hooded by Dr. Steve Estes. Danielle Nicole Lyons, Physiology, hooded by Dr. Karen Westland High.
Will the candidates for master and specialist degrees in all disciplines please rise? Will the candidates for Doctor of Public Health, Doctor of Philosophy, Doctor of Education, Doctor of Musical Art degrees please rise? President Capilouto, I am pleased to present to you the December 2014 candidates for graduate and professional degrees.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, the University Senate recommending, I am pleased to confer upon each of you the appropriate degree to which you are entitled, with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. As we conclude the awarding of the graduate degrees, there are two very important groups of participants I wish to recognize in the completion of these exemplary efforts in graduate studies. I ask all the faculty present to stand as we thank them for their dedication to these graduates and to this institution. I would also like to ask the parents, spouses, partners, and families of the graduates to stand as we recognize the measure of their involvement in the achievement we are celebrating today. Please stand as Dr. Everett McCorvey, the University Orator from the School of Music, sings our state song, My Old Kentucky Home.
The sun shines bright on my old Kentucky home. 'Tis summer, the people are gay. The corn tops ripe and the meadows in the bloom, while the birds make music all the day. The young folks roll on the little cabin floor, all merry, all happy and bright. By and by, hard times comes a-knocking at the door, then my old Kentucky home, good night. Weep no more, my lady, oh, weep no more today. We will sing one song for my old Kentucky home, for my old Kentucky home far away.
Thank you for attending our December 2014 graduate and professional commencement ceremony. At the conclusion of this ceremony, we ask you to join us in celebrating the accomplishments of our graduates. I extend my congratulations to all of our graduates and wish to simply say, thank you for daring to see blue with us at the University of Kentucky. We believe that you leave here today fully prepared to face the world and its challenges. And this is a better place because of each of you, because you challenged all of us to be the best that we can be. As you continue on your path to success, I hope you remember your alma mater and stay connected to us. We are very proud of you and so thankful that you are a member of the greatest organization in the world, the UK family.
Ladies and gentlemen, the University Committee appreciates your attendance at the December 2014 Graduate and Professional Commencement Ceremony. Please remain standing for the recessional led by President Capilouto, Dr. Atkins, and the Platform Party, followed by faculty and our 2014 graduates. Good afternoon and happy holidays.